Good evening, USFFL. And it looks like we are ready to broadcast Jets and Colts. Let's go ahead and get the link out there for everybody if we can. Don't you hate it when you do that? Almost ready. All right, so the link for the broadcast is now out there. Let's get us set up here, shall we? Looks like we're there to see the whole screen. We're going to go with that, though, because we want to go, since we're watching the whole screen, right here. There we are, everybody. You are looking live at Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Colts are hosting the Jets. Both teams come into this game with an 0-2 record, so they are trying desperately to get off the schneid. Jets have had a really tough opening schedule, losing to the 49ers and who was that other team they lost to? It was a tough one. They lost to the Bills. So Bills and 49ers. It's a pretty tough couple of teams from last year. Colts only a little better. They did lose to the Jaguars, who were a one-win team last year, but they also lost to Minnesota. Minnesota, of course, is no joke. So let's see. We have a 3rd down and 6 opening drive of the game for the Jets. Both teams 0-2, and quarterback play is a piece of that picture. The Colts quarterbacks combined, Rivers and Jacoby Brissett, not a touchdown pass yet. No touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 2 games. Sam Darnold, 2 games, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. So for these 2 teams combined, in 2 weeks, it's 1 TD pass. It is 9 interceptions. So definitely a rough start to the season for the quarterbacks. Let's see what's going on here, because it almost looks like they are frozen up again. Is it possible they're frozen up? Because it doesn't appear that we have any action going here. Well, I'm going to do the semi-smart thing, back out and back in, see if that changes anything. Bear with us here, guys. We'll try one more time to get into that game. Whoop, that's not the information I needed there. All right, let's get that game number again. 63420. Got it. Let's put that game number in, and we should be back and running. Well, it says I'm broadcasting live, but we're still trying to get that game going again. User drop. So looks like they're still having issues on that. So we will come back to that in just a second. We'll see if they can post us another game. You're looking at the standings here. Looks like Buffalo Bills are the 2-0 team in the AFC East, and the Bengals in the AFC North. Titans in the AFC South. So those are your 3 undefeated teams, 1 in each division. We do have a couple of 2-0 teams, Chiefs and Raiders. And let's see, Raiders are against New England, and they played just last night, and New England won. So that's good to hear. Chiefs in first place at 2-0, Raiders right behind at 2-1. NFC East, nobody's 2-0. That should shock no one based on last year. Packers are 2-0. They lead everybody by a game. And boy, look at that. Nobody 2-0 in the NFC South. And three-way tie in the NFC West at 2-0. So that's interesting. So let's see if they've got a game number out here yet. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and try again. That same. Nope, they've got another one. We're going to get football here at some point, right? We'll see. I like taking this opportunity to show a couple of 0-2 teams and give them the stage for a little bit. I think Rich Piers was really onto something when he took a moment to kind of thank those teams that maybe don't have the cards to compete on an every year basis, but they're still an important part of this league. So appreciate them. This league needs 32 coaches, and we're lucky to have all of them, man. Trying to get into this game, but it seems to still be having some issues. 606, 77. All right, we're coming out one more time. Maybe? Come on. All right, we'll let that sit for just a second. Maybe it'll let us in. We're live. We've just got no game. Here we go. Donnie is rebooting. Thanks. Well, hey, I appreciate the heads up at a minimum. That's for sure. And keep us posted. In the meantime, let's go ahead and try to find another game. We're already broadcasting. They may be a second. I want to come back to this, but let's see. Scheduled games. What do we have right now? We have Rams and Bills. Dallas, Seattle. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at Rams and Bills, shall we? So, where are we, Buffalo? Okay. And we'll come back here. Let's get out of this. And we'll check over and see where that game is at. Um, all right, let's get in here and see what's going on. So, looks like we are early second quarter, and it is scoreless here in Buffalo. But we do have the Rams driving. 2nd and 3 at the Buffalo 17. Take a look here real quick at ball possession. All punts so far. No more than 2, 3 first downs on any drive. So defense is reigning supreme. 2nd down and 3 for the Rams. They're in the red zone. So we'll see what Buffalo chooses to do with that safety out of the nickel. They're not showing blitz. Three wide receivers split out. Josh Reynolds in the slot, but it's an off tackle left to Cam Akers. Goes to the defensive card, and it's going to be 7 yards and a first down. No linebackers in that zone. Easy to convert. And we now have a 1st and goal at the 10 as the Rams look to draw first blood. Looks like Jets head coach is still on his reboot. 1st and goal at the 10. Cam Akers is substituted out. Darrell Henderson is in at tailback. Same 3 wide receiver formation. Defense in the 4-3 this time. Not showing blitz. Rams, I know, has some pretty good pass blocking here. It's a screen to the halfback, Darrell Henderson. On his card, quarterback's nailing it for 7 yards. Good call. When you're at the 10, you can still slip in that flat pass. Usually a smart decision to do so. And a good first down gain for the Rams puts them at 2nd and goal at the 3. Goff now 7 of 10 on the day. Nice start. Got to consider that they may run this in here. 2 tight ends, Kupp and Woods split out. 4-3 defense showing the blitz for Buffalo. They need 3 yards, the Rams do, to get in the end zone. It's an inside run to Cam Akers. It's the receivers being double teamed, and that's going to go right through the middle. Touchdown. A short gain on 7 on his own card. And Cam Akers puts the Rams on the board. They're up 6-0. Extra point pending now. Matt Gay comes on. And the kick is right through. And so, early second quarter, 10 minutes, 48 seconds left before halftime. The Rams jump out to a 7-0 lead. Kickoff is coming. I think the Rams indeed are one of those 2-0 teams from the NFC West. Impressive wins over both Dallas and Philly from the NFC East. We do have a fumble on the kick return, but it is recovered by Buffalo. Very important recovery, so they'll retain possession. Presume, unless they try to advance it, which they do, but they don't go anywhere. Keep the ball. It's a 1-yard loss. So that'll set up Buffalo 1st and 10 at their own 21. Los Angeles trying to go 3-0. Buffalo trying to go 3-0. Buffalo had a couple of wins in their division, 10 points over the Jets and 12 points over the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo out of the pistol, 3 wide receivers. Devin Singletary, backed by the quarterback Josh Allen. Rams out of the nickel. Zach makes the call, Zach Zalesny, and it's a draw to Singletary against a pass defense, so it's a good call, but the nose tackle is the call. That's where the roll leads, and both teams have a pretty good stout nose tackle over center, and that's going to be a 0. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 at the 21. Singletary off to a slow start for Buffalo tonight, just 6 yards on 4 carries. Here's a short pass to Cole Beasley. Defense guessing pass, but out of the 3-4 defense. Quarterback is flushed out of the pocket. And that's a good flat pass opportunity, but incomplete. That was a little dump pass over the middle to the tight end, Tyler Kroft. Result was a -4, so it converts to an incomplete pass, and Buffalo now 3rd and 10 at their own 21. Buffalo trailing 7-0 on the day. Just 4 first downs, 68 yards so far for Buffalo. This is their 4th possession. They've punted the first 3 times. 3rd and 10. Short pass to Cole Beasley, but the blitz gets through, and that's none other than the man himself. Aaron Donald has put the Buffalo Bills back into punt formation with Bajorquez punting from out of his end zone, 4th and 17. So that should set up good field position for the Rams. Rams make an attempt to block it, but it is punted away, and a good one. 51 yards across midfield and at the 40. That's going to be taken by Nasimba Webster. He picks up 5, and that's a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Rams. So they're only 10 yards from midfield. Good field position here. 8:42 left in the second quarter. They're already up 7-0. Just checking to see if there's any news going on there. Doesn't look like it. Rams out of the blocking back formation. It's a pass guess by the defense and a sideline pass to Robert Woods. Possible interception, but it is incomplete on Goff's card. Interception was only on a 2-4 on right for the flat pass. It was incomplete, however, offsetting penalties. Everybody sets back up. We'll do it all over again. Still 1st and 10 at the 40. Three wide receivers now for the Rams. Kupp and Woods split out wide. Reynolds in the slot. Tyler Higbee, the tight end. Darrell Henderson, the running back behind Goff. Defense out of the nickel. Defense is guessing run, but it is a screen to the tailback. Darrell Henderson should be a good opportunity on Goff's card. Possible yak situation. It's a 3-yard gain. Add the 10 yards for the yak. And Darrell Henderson has himself a 13-yard reception and a 1st down for the Rams. Good call and a nice play for the Rams on that one. 1st and 10 now across midfield at the Buffalo 47-yard line. Goff now over 100 yards passing on the day. Once again to the 3 wide receiver formation. For the Rams, this time it's Van Jefferson that's going to sit in the slot. Bills still out of the nickel. And here's a quick slant over the middle to Tyler Higbee, the tight end. Defense again calling run. Another good flat opportunity for Jared Goff, but it goes to the defensive card, and it is incomplete. Once again, the roll of 10 results in a -4. That's going to be an incomplete pass, though, over the middle, and it's 2nd down and 10 at the Buffalo 47-yard line. We've got a pass formation again, 3 wide receivers. Nickel defense once again for Buffalo. Defense is guessing pass. This time the offense goes run. Good drive so far for the Rams as far as the calls they are making. It's an off-tackle draw. Henderson goes to the defensive card and hits the nose tackle for a 6-yard gain. A white die result of 6 allows the Rams tailback to overcome the nose tackle, or I should say the defensive tackle. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and 4 at the Buffalo 41-yard line. That'll bring the offense back down into a run set, blocking back formation with Henderson again, the halfback. Defense and a 4-3 for Buffalo on this key third down. 7:12 left to go here, second quarter. And it's another good call by the Rams. Defense guesses run. It's a square out to Cooper Kupp. On 3rd and 4, plenty of opportunities to convert. And it goes to the defensive card. Nobody there. That will be a third down conversion. Kupp has it and carries it 16 yards and a first down. All the way down to the Buffalo 25. So we're in field goal range now for the Rams. Looks like the Rams kicker is really bad from the long range, but pretty good 2 through 8 if he gets into a 40-yard field goal range. Here's a square out again to Cooper Kupp. This time the defense makes the right call. They've guessed pass. Goes to the quarterback's card, and it's a good completion. 7 yards over the middle to Cooper Kupp, and that's going to be 2nd and 3 now at the 18-yard line. All right, looks like that Jets game is about to kick off. We'll cut back to our main game here with the Jets as soon as we finish this possession. Let's see what happens as the Rams try to take a 2-touchdown lead. Defense guessing run, keying the running back. It's a hitch again to Cooper Kupp. Goes to the receiver card. That's 12 yards and a first down. And Goff is suddenly hot. 11 of 15 for 135 yards. Another first down. Rams now 1st and goal at the 6. Two tight ends now for the Rams. Defense comes down to the 4-3. They're showing blitz with the safety. Zales sends in the call, and it's an inside run. Darrell Henderson up the middle. Defense is stuffing up the middle. It goes to the running back's card, but it's still 3 yards on right. So a pretty good run there for Darrell Henderson. Cuts that distance in half, and it's now 2nd and goal at the 3. Just over 5 minutes left here. Second quarter action. Rams up 7-0, trying to tack on another score. 2nd and goal from the 3. Out of the blocking back formation, Darrell Henderson in the eye behind the fullback Gerald Everett. Woods and Kupp split out wide. Defense showing blitz out of the 4-3. A lot of really good calls on this particular drive for the Rams. See if they can close it out and finish with a touchdown. Defense guessing run. It is off tackle to Darrell Henderson, and it's right on his card, but this time it's a -2 as he is stuffed. Big tackle on that play by Jerry Hughes. And that sets up 3rd down and goal from the 5. So the Rams spread it out wide. Kupp and Woods are the wideouts. Josh Reynolds in the slot. Defense out of the 4-2-5 showing blitz. It's a pass. The blitz is on. It's going to Cooper Kupp. It's complete for a touchdown. There's laundry on the field. And it is definitely against Los Angeles. That backs him up 10 yards. It takes the touchdown off the board. And the Rams now facing a 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line. 3 wide receiver formation again. Nickel for the defense. What do you do? Sometimes you might go for that short pass. Look for that 15-yarder on 7 on the defensive card. You do have some yak ability in both Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. And it is a short pass to Cooper Kupp. Defense guesses pass. The throw over the middle is caught, but Kupp is brought down at the 4-yard line. An 11-yard gain comes up short. The holding penalty costs them, and they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here from the 4-yard line. From 21 yards, Matt Gay boots it right through. Give credit to the Rams. They're now up 10-0 here in the second quarter. 3 minutes to go in that game. We're going to go ahead now, and let's take a look and see if we can't see what's going on with our primary game, which is I wanted to see what happened tonight with Jets and Bills. Come on, let me in. It's trying to let me in. We'll see. All right. Let's do this. Cancel. Yeah. There we go. Now we'll come back in. Wow, they are really struggling here with the Jets game. I'd say we're about one more game number from probably converting out of this game for the night, but we'll see. I want to give it every chance. So let's see. Indianapolis, New York. Watch game. Oh, and looks like we are in. And we have ourselves a scoreless game, but we have Sam Darnold and the Jets on the doorstep. So we're just in time for some red zone action. First and goal, Jets from the 5. Here's a pitch out around the end to Frank Gore. Defense gets past, but that is still no gain. Frank Gore has some gains on his card on wrong where he can get that touchdown, but he didn't get it done here, and it's second and goal. 9 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter of a scoreless one here in Indianapolis. Both teams are 0-2. Jets with 3 wide receivers on second and goal at the 5. It's a short slant pass to Chris Herndon, the tight end. Defense gets his pass, the throw, and it is receiver, and it is caught for a touchdown. Chris Herndon converts it. The 5-yard score puts the Jets on the board, and with 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Jets draw first blood, and they're leading this game now 7-0 after the extra point. And touchback on the kickoff. So, Jets 5 first downs. Indianapolis taking over for their first possession of the game. As we alluded to earlier, quarterbacks in this game, or the quarterbacks for these teams, combined for 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions the first 2 weeks. But Darnold just threw his second touchdown of the season, and the Jets are up 7-0. There's a short run for a 1-yard loss. The end failed to block it, and the Colts now have a 2nd and 11 from their own 24. 3 wide receivers for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, the single setback, and they're going to give it to him. Running up the middle, but that went to the blocking back, and looks like it was going to be a loss of yardage, but then there was a penalty as well. So back him up 5 yards, and the Colts are 2nd and 16. Now inside their 20 at their own 19-yard line. The Colts sure have the playmakers in this game. Scouting them, I looked that up. Their running backs are far superior, and they have 3 separate YAC ratings. But here's a screen to Nyheim Hines, and the Jets sniffed it out. Good call, Donnie Hastings. Sniffing that out, double-teaming the receiver, and that falls harmlessly incomplete from Phil Rivers would have been a receiver had he not been double teamed. And by not picking up those yards, it's now 3rd down and 16. Square out pass to Ty Hilton. And that's going to pick up 4, way short of the first down. And the Colts are 3 and out, and they're punting away. There's a 48-yard punt. Gets down just inside the 30. Braxton Berrios signals the fair catch. And the Jets will set up shop there, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Jets back to the 3 wide receiver formation. Colts out of the nickel. Colts have better defensive ratings and cards as well. Here's a deep pass, Brashad Perriman, and that's complete. Sam Darnold completes it for 27 yards. I don't mean to sound too surprised about that, but it is a snake eyes roll. Sam Darnold on his card, not the best on long pass right. By the way, there is an injury on the play. Chris Herndon, the tight end who had just scored the first touchdown of this game, is out. He'll be back in a little while, it looks like. Here's a short inside run to Frank Gore, and that's going to be a pickup of 1 yard. It's on snake eyes, but it did convert to the right column because of the 3 wide receiver formation. 2nd and 9 now. Indianapolis at their own 43-yard line. Game's moving quickly. Sideline pass to Jamison Crowder of the Jets. And no man there on the defensive card, but it's a result of receiver and a short 6-yard gain. So the Jets now have it 3rd down and 3. They are at the Indianapolis 37-yard line. So they're on the fringes of field goal range. From here, it would be a 2 through 6. As a matter of fact, they can go out to the 38 on that. 3rd down and 3, square in to Braxton Berrios. It's a defense calling run, but 2 men in that look-in zone, goes to the defensive card, and that drops harmlessly incomplete. And it's Flacco. I said Darnold earlier. I thought Darnold was in the game. But looks like Darnold was in the game, and now it's Flacco. So we have had both of them in the game. I hadn't noticed that. Flacco's in there. It's 4th down and 3 at the Indianapolis 37, and they are going for it. It's a long field goal attempt. It's got to be the right call. Jets 4th and 3 going for it. Sideline pass to Berrios again. Defense calls pass. Good linebackers in the zone. Goes to the card of Flacco, and he nails it. The result of 11 is a short gain, and Berrios picking up 14 yards. That's a 1st down for the Jets, and they are down to the Indianapolis 23-yard line. Here's an off tackle to Frank Gore into the teeth of a run call on the defense. Goes to the defensive card, and it's still just a 1-yard gain. And that's because the Colts have an excellent run defense, and that's not my term. That's Strat's term for it. So it's going to be tough sledding for the Jets to run the ball, you would think, but they're doing it again here. Off tackle to the left, Michael Pirine. Defense calls pass, and that's a gain of 6 yards. Nice pickup there for Pirine. And it's now 3rd down and 3, inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line of the Colts. 3 wide receivers for the Jets, 4-3 defense for the Colts. It's a sideline to Jamison Crowder. Defense is calling pass. Goes to Flacco's card, possible pick, but it is incomplete. Had to be a 2 or a 3, so he didn't really have high odds on that. The Jets will settle for a Sam Ficken field goal attempt, and from 33 yards away, right down the middle. Jets pick up another score and take a 10-0 lead now, 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. The kickoff goes down inside the 5-yard line and is returned out to the 31. Nice return on that play by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts set up 1st and 10 at their 31. Now down 10-0, and the Colts still looking for their first down of the game. Here's a sideline to Michael Pittman. That's 4 yards, and 2nd and 6. Rivers on that completion. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Jets show the 3-4. Jets are definitely weak in the linebacker position. Jets guessing run. Short pass, Zach Pascal. And that's a 14-yard completion and the first down of the game for the Colts. All the way out to their own 49-yard line. Once again, 3 wide receivers. Jets again out of that 3-4. They'll throw short into it again, and Rivers has another completion. It is 11 yards to Michael Pittman. Second straight reception for him, and a personal foul to boot on top of that. And that has the Colts all the way down to the Jets' 25-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 25. Colts have Nyheim Hines as the single setback. It's a quick out to the tight end, Jack Doyle. Defense guessing pass goes to receiver, and that's going to be a 1-yard loss. A completed pass. Doyle not exactly fleet of foot. And it's 2nd and 11 at the 26. Once again, 3 wide receivers for the Colts. Jets like to stay in their 3-4 base. Here's a screen to Nyheim Hines. Looks like there are 2 men in the zone, but it went to the offensive card, and the yak rating is what is being asked for. Nyheim Hines knows what to do with that. That's a pickup of 16 yards. It was -1, but Nyheim Hines got the yak, and it's 1st and goal. Colts down to the 10-yard line. 1:12 to go here in the first quarter. Colts down 10-0, but inside the red zone. 2 tight ends, 3-4, blitz formation. Pitch out to Nyheim Hines. They're guessing run, even called short yardage, but Nyheim Hines still manages to pick up 3 yards on his cards with a result of 6. And that makes it 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line for the Colts. Taylor now the single setback. T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal split out wide. It's an off tackle to Jonathan Taylor. Defense was double teaming a receiver, and it's a gain of just 3 yards. That makes it 3rd and goal at the 4. Boy, is Jonathan Taylor's card scary on wrong, but he managed to find a little bit of a weak spot there. And that's 3rd and goal at the 4. 2 tight ends again. The same 2 receivers split out wide. Taylor deep. They hand it off to him off tackle. And it is going to be a 2-yard loss on 3rd and goal from the 4. It went to the defensive card. There were 2 linebackers there. And that was enough for the Jets to get the stop. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Rodrigo Blankenship from 23 yards away boots it through on the first play of the second quarter. And it is 10-3 now for the Jets. Ensuing kickoff goes into the end zone, and the Jets will take that touchback and set up. Well, I was going to say they were going to set up at the 20, but what did we get here? There it is. They are at the 25. I'm sorry. And so the Jets are going to come out in an aggressive 4 wide receiver spread formation. Defense in the nickel. And they're going to surprise you, mix it up, and go off tackle to Frank Gore. But it's just 2 yards because you go to the defensive card, even with no linebackers there, 7 and 8, +2 and +1. It's a good run defense in Indianapolis. It's going to allow them to sit on that pass a lot in this game, especially when the Jets are sort of lacking playmakers in the backfield. Jets are on top, however, 2nd and 8. At their own 27, they're going right back to the spread formation with 4 wide receivers. Colts out of the nickel. It's a square in to Braxton Berrios again. They do have a linebacker there. Flacco on his card. Possible pick on 10, but it is incomplete. Again, low odds for that interception. It's twice in 5 attempts, though, that Flacco's rolled that interception number, and it's 3rd down and 8 for the Jets. 4 wide receivers again. Dime for the Colts. Screen to Ty Johnson, and on the receiver card, it is exactly 8 yards on wrong. 8 yards on wrong. There was a roll over the linebacker. And you've got a first down conversion here. 1st and 10, Jets now at their 35-yard line. And now the Jets are dialing it up deep out of that 4 wide receiver formation, looking long, and it is incomplete. Joe Flacco took a shot, but it went to the defensive card. And on a result of 4, there's nothing there. He did attack the 0 corner. Rock Yasin is a 0-rated corner on the left side. 2nd down and 10 now for the Jets at their own 35. 3 wide receivers. Short pass to Braxton Berrios. Colts guessing pass. It goes to the defensive card. Possible pick and incomplete. This time on the defensive card. But right now, Flacco, sort of a magnet for finding the possible interception. He's done it half of his throws. Now 3 of 8 for just 28 yards. And it's 3rd down and 10 Jets at their own 35. 4 wide receivers. Dime defense. Here's the button hook to the open zone. And it's complete, but it is 9 yards. He rolled the 5, comes up 1 yard short, and it's 4th and 1. Jets at their 44. From their own territory, they will punt it away. And he got every bit of that. That's a 60-yard boot deep into the end zone. Nyheim Hines will take a knee. And with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, Colts take over at their own 20-yard line, trailing 10-3. Colts with 3 wide receivers split out, couple of running backs. 3-4 defense. It's a short pass to T.Y. Hilton, right back to the defensive card. Incomplete, but there's a penalty on this play. Let's see who that's on. Holding on the Jets. I'm so sorry, holding on the Colts. So that makes it 1st down and 10. I'm sorry, 1st down and 20 for the Colts at their own 10-yard line. Colts penalties getting in the way again. 3rd down, or I'm sorry, 1st and 10 at their own, 1st and 20 at their own 10. Sideline to Michael Pittman. Nobody there, and that's 13 yards. So there you go. Attack those linebackers. Try to get yourself a more manageable down and distance. Now 2nd and 7 at the 23. Once again, 3-4 defense. This time it's an inside run at the middle. Jordan Wilkins, 3 yards on his own card. Not the best card there, but he does pick up a couple, makes it more manageable here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4 for the Colts at their own 26. Jonathan Taylor is the single setback now. Mo Alley Cox in front of him. 3 wide receivers split out. It's a hitch over the middle to T.Y. Hilton. The run is the defensive call, but it goes to the defensive card for a gain of 3. That's 1 yard short. And there's a holding call. This time it's holding on Indianapolis again. The Jets decline it to set up a 4th and 1 at their own 29, and the Colts are going to punt. Yeah, I think you decline that penalty, and they do. Here's a 49-yard punt. Takes a little bit of a Colts bounce. And that's down to the 17-yard line. That's where the Jets will now set up shop. They still lead this game 10-3. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers, single setback. It's an inside run to Ty Johnson. Defense guessing pass, but no gain. Goes to his own card. Ty's not the best runner, and it was a result of 5, which typically doesn't work out too well. Jets now to the full spread, throwing up against the nickel. It's a square out to Denzel Mims. On his card, Flacco with a possible pick, and again, misses his number. Flacco now with 10 passes and 5 possible picks. Boy, he is a magnet tonight for that. But he hasn't thrown it yet. Hasn't actually done it. It's 3rd down and 10. It's a little button hook, and it's a 6 roll on the white dice over the linebacker. That's enough to convert the 1st down. 13-yard pass play to Ty Johnson. And it's 1st and 10 Jets at their own 30. Right back into that 4 wide receiver formation. Short pass to Jamison Crowder on Flacco's card. That's going to fall incomplete. Flacco only has 3 completions on short pass right, and one of them is on double sixes. Second down and 10 now for the Jets at their own 30-yard line. Colts out of the nickel. 3 wide receivers this time with a halfback for the Jets, and that halfback's getting an off-tackle run again. Ty Johnson to his card, and 0 is the gain on the exact same roll as last time. He hits number 5, nothing doing, and it's now third down and 10 for the Jets from their own 30. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers for the Jets. Nickel being offered by the Colts defense. It's a short pass to Denzel Mims, and Darius Leonard, linebackers double teaming him, goes to the defensive card, and it is incomplete because of the 4th man in the zone. And so that's 4th and 10. Jets are going to have to punt it back. And the Jets punt it down to the 21-yard line. Nyheim Hines with the return, and he's got snake eyes. It's 26 yards, but there's a flag on the play, and that brings it all the way back. So a 26-yard return on that punt, wiped away by another penalty, and the Colts now starting 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. 3 wide receivers, defense showing a 3-4. Inside run to Jordan Wilkins on wrong, and that's a nice 5-yard pickup on first down. Colts 2nd and 5 from their own 16. Excuse me. Colts trailing by 7 still, 6:18 left to go before halftime. So plenty of time, but a long way to go. Defense guessing pass, and here's a pitch out around the end to Jordan Wilkins. This time it's only a 2-yard gain, and that'll set up 3rd and 3. Colts just 4 first downs and 77 yards in the game so far, but they trail by only 7. Big 3rd and 3 here. Defense guessing run, quick out to the tight end Doyle, and that's going to count as no men there with that 6 roll, and that's a pickup of 9 yards and a first down conversion. Despite their lack of first downs, Rivers on the day, 9 for 10, 73 yards. Now 1st and 10 from his own 27. 3 wide receivers again. Here's a short pass to Michael Pittman. Defense calling pass, and it is completed. 13 yards over the middle on Rivers' card. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Indianapolis. And here's a square out to T.Y. Hilton. And that's a 7-yard gain on the receiver card. That'll set up 2nd and 3, Indianapolis from their own 47-yard line. Three wide receivers. Jordan Wilkins behind there. They're pitching it out to Jordan Wilkins. Defense guessing pass opportunity here. It's on his own card, and on a 3, it's a short gain. Wilkins around the end gets the corner, and he is down inside the 40-yard line, down to the 38 of the Jets. 4:12 to go before halftime. Colts trying to drive for the tying touchdown. Wilkins again, the single setback. 3 wide receivers split out. Jets stay in the 3-4. It's a short pass to Zach Pascal. Rivers on his card has another one. It's completed. Pascal for 11. Rivers is heating up now, 12 of 13 for 104 yards. This is a quarterback, ladies and gentlemen, that is due. No touchdowns, 5 interceptions for the Colts on the year. That combines both Phillip Rivers and a little Jacoby Brissett, by the way. 1st and 10 of the Jets, 27. Here's a pitch out again to Jordan Wilkins, right back to his card, and it is 0. And run wrong, plenty of fairly decent opportunities, but not on 10. And that makes it 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes to go before halftime now. Both teams have all their timeouts. Here's a short pass to T.Y. Hilton. Defense calls pass, goes to the defensive card, incomplete on the split roll. The 3 is the result that came up. That was a result split 2-4 and 12, but it was incomplete on a 9. 3rd down and 10. Big opportunity here. Colts needing the conversion. 4 wide receiver formation for them. Nyheim Hines behind the quarterback in the spread. Rivers looking at a dime defense from the Jets. And it's a run, a pitch out to Nyheim Hines against a pass defense. It goes to the defensive card, and that's going to be a 6-yard pickup against a 0 end. It's not enough, though. Sets up a 4th and 4 at the 21. And the Colts are going to send out Rodrigo Blankenship for the 38-yard field goal. And that kick is up, and it is through. So another field goal for the Colts makes it 10-6, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes to go here from Indianapolis, Colts trailing the Jets 10-6. And the ensuing kickoff is a touchback. And with 2 minutes to go in this first half, the Jets take over from their 24-yard line. 3 wide receiver formation. Colts offer the nickel. Here's a sideline pass to Jamison Crowder. Defense is guessing pass, and it's incomplete. Flacco has incompletions on both 5 and 6 on flat pass right. Found one of those, and it's 2nd and 10 from their own 24. 3 wide receivers again from the Jets. Nickel from the Colts. And we have an off-tackle run to LaMichael Pirine against a pass defense, and Pirine's going to pick up 3 yards on his own card. Jets, or I should say the Colts, I apologize, are calling their first timeout of the first half here. They're looking to get the ball back. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Jets at their own 27. So Colts will be looking to call another timeout here if the Jets fail to convert. Jets want to convert. They're out of the spread formation, 4 wide receivers. Colts out of the nickel. Colts cover all the flats. Base nickel defense, but it's an inside run draw to Ty Johnson, and it's only 3 yards, so he's short of the first down, and it's a holding penalty on top of that. So that allows the Colts to decline the penalty, save the timeout, keeping them with 2, and the Jets are punting from their own 30 with 1:30 to go. Punt is up and in the air by Brandon Mann. 44-yard punt out to the 26 of the Colts, where it is returned, and that's a nice return for Nyheim Hines. A 19-yard return out to their own 45. So let's set up this drive here. Colts are trailing 10-6. Colts have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 45. 1 minute, 22 seconds to go in half, and 2 timeouts. They come out with 3 wide receivers. The Jets will start in the nickel. And we have a sideline pass to Michael Pittman, and that is a 6 roll over the linebacker for 13 yards. It counted as 0 men there, and that's a 13-yard pickup. And he got out of bounds. It's 1st and 10. They're across midfield and already at the Jets' 42-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Nyheim Hines is the tailback. Jets again out of the 3-4. Here's another sideline pass. The flats are doubled, and it goes to the defensive card. Nice call, Donnie Hastings. That pass falls incomplete. So that's going to be 2nd and 10 now at the Jets' 42. Teams are setting up the same. Nyheim Hines is the single setback with 3 wide receivers split out. Jets will stay in that 3-4. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. Here's a button hook to Nyheim Hines, and that's the zone that was left empty. It's on wrong. 6-yard gain plus the yak. Add on another 6, and that's going to be 12 yards. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd catch of the day, and that's a 1st down conversion. The Colts call their 2nd timeout. And it's now 1st and 10. Colts at the Jets' 30-yard line, already in field goal range. 60 seconds left to go. Both teams coming out with the exact same formation. Here's a short pass to Zach Pascal, and that's complete. Phillip Rivers again completes it 11 yards. Pascal does not get out of bounds. We'll see what the Jets do with the clock here. They do not call a timeout. They're right back into the hurry up. 45 seconds left to go. One timeout remaining. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Jets. How is that 2nd and 10? I'm confused because that was an 11-yard reception. I don't see a penalty. Oh, Rivers spiked the ball. I thought it was hurry up. I stand corrected. It's interesting you would spike the ball and cost yourself that timeout. Doesn't matter. Flat pass to no men. That's a 10-yard pickup on another button hook pass to Nyheim Hines. So that's going to make it 1st and goal at the 9. And Rivers spikes it again. Very surprised to see spikes here when you're still sitting on a timeout. But I get it. Everybody likes to approach that 2-minute thing differently. 2nd and goal from the 9, 30 seconds left. Colts have one timeout. 2 tight end formation this time. Defense showing blitz out of the 3-4. Here's a slant to the tight end, Jack Doyle. Defense is looking at T.Y. Hilton. Doyle has the catch, and that's a touchdown. Phillip Rivers gets his first touchdown pass, and in fact, the first touchdown pass on the season for the Colts. As they take, with this extra point, it's good. The Colts take a 13-10 lead just before halftime. 15 seconds left as they kick away to the Jets. From the goal line, the Jets will just take a knee. 8 seconds left. A little devoid of playmakers. You kind of think the Jets might take a knee here. We'll see. Here we go. Jets out of the pro set run formation. Defense out of the 4-3. And it's a sneak for Flacco. That's a couple yards. Boy, I think if I'm going to sneak, I'm going to go ahead and just take a knee. But the clock does run out. And we're at halftime here in Indianapolis where the Colts give up 10 in the first quarter, but come back with 13 unanswered in the second quarter and have taken a 13-10 lead at the half. Looks like the guys are going to take a couple minutes, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the halftime score or the halftime stats here. Let's see. Boy, Indianapolis has made up the ground. They were trailing in yardage for so long, but they're now leading the yardage 193-180. Penalties 25 yards each, not serious. Phillip Rivers having a really nice day here. 17 for 22, a touchdown, no picks. So solid day from him. But it's the running game that's failing here. The Jets only have 27 yards rushing. With their running backs against that run defense, I get it. But what's surprising is the Colts only having 34 yards rushing. They have some pretty exceptional runners, but only 34 yards so far. All right, so 13-10 is the halftime score. They're still waiting to come back to the game. I think I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know what the halftime score is here, just for the heck of it, and see what's going on out there. New Orleans Green Bay is the one that looks like is being broadcast right now by Anthony. Looks like Seattle beat Dallas tonight. 27-19 was your final score. Looks like Seattle took the lead early and never relinquished it. I believe Seattle improves to 3-0 on the year. Action last night, if you missed it, the Carolina Panthers 23-16 over the Los Angeles Chargers. All right. Let's take a look at the scheduled games again. Wonder how Rams Buffalo is doing. Shall we go see if that game is close to the finish? Let's do. We will come back here for the second half. He does say he's ready. Let's hang on then. There's the second half kickoff. Very deep by the Jets, and I assume maybe that'll be it's a possible. Let's see if he wants to take it out. Isaiah Rodgers does have a touchdown return, but he will eschew that opportunity and take it out at the 25. So here we go to the third quarter. Colts up by 3 with the ball. Two teams combining for almost nothing rushing the ball, 35 yards and under for both teams. Here's a sideline pass to Zach Pascal. And that's going to be to the linebacker for a short gain, 14 yards on that play. Linebacker in zone, but the outside linebackers for the Jets are zeros. So you got to figure Rivers is going to be attacking those and has been. That gives them 1st and 10 out to the 39-yard line. Here's an off tackle to Jonathan Taylor, and he breaks it. He's through. He could go inside the 10. Touchdown. There's a penalty, and that one is coming back. Jonathan Taylor, just as I was saying, there's no rush yards in this game, busts out. Double sixes on off tackle. 62 was the result. It would have been a touchdown, but holding is the call. So take it off the board. Colts back up 10 yards, 1st and 20 now at their own 29-yard line. Big missed opportunity on that holding call. Taylor still the single setback here on 1st and 20. Skeeter saying, what a play to get caught on. I could not agree with you more, Skeeter. Those are painful indeed. Jets out of the nickel now, and it's another off tackle of Jonathan Taylor on his card again, and this one's a short gain instead of a long gain. It's going to be 12 yards on a roll of 10. So that gets back the holding penalty and a couple extra yards and sets up a 2nd down and 8, Indianapolis from their own 41-yard line. Boy, Taylor's card is scary. Defense calling pass. It is a deep ball to T.Y. Hilton. Rivers chucks it, and it is incomplete. Rivers needs that 5 on his card for a long gain, rolled the 8, and it's now 3rd down and 8 from their own 41. Colts now out of the 4 wide receiver spread formation. Nyheim Hines beside Rivers in the shotgun. Jets, for the first time that I can recall since the prevent moments, in the dime defense here on 3rd and 8. So do you pick on the open flat zone in the middle? No, they go sideline, a flat pass to Michael Pittman. Possible interception on the defensive card, but it falls harmlessly incomplete. So it was a result of a 4-3 on the defensive card, but interceptions were only on snake eyes and double sixes. So Colts punting from their 41. That's a nice punt. It's inside the 10-yard line. Braxton Berrios from his 7. Is he going to field it? Let's see. Do you let it bounce from the 7? I would probably return that. Depends on how good your returner is. I do have a blue circle of potential death. We might have seen them lock up right now. Yep, I'd say we've locked up. So we're going to back out of here. I'll come back in just a second. Let's at least take a look real quick at the game between the couple of 2-0 teams, Bills and Rams. If it's not over, why can I not find it? There it is. All righty. And we are in. So looks like Buffalo is behind the 8 ball. Buffalo is losing 24-3, so it's a 3 touchdown deficit. Wow, Rams with a couple of touchdown passes to Cooper Kupp within a 5-minute period to turn a 10-3 lead into a 24-3 potential blowout. Los Angeles kind of owning this game now, 347 yards to 153. Buffalo really struggling. Buffalo just 2 for 10 on third down conversions as well. So good looking game so far by Scott Shoemaker. Here's a long pass to Cole Beasley. We'll stay for that. Let's see what happens. Scott calling pass on the defense. And he gets the pass off, and it's caught, and that is a touchdown. Where's the card view when I need it? Josh Allen hits the 5 on his card, and an 83 is the result, and that's a touchdown. And so suddenly a 3-touchdown deficit is cut into a 14-point deficit, provided we get the extra point here from Tyler Bass. Shoemaker complimenting Zach on a nice drive, and that extra point's through. So the Bills cut the lead. 24-10, the Bills now trail at home. 9:18 to go in the fourth quarter, kicking off to the Rams. So that's kind of interesting, but it looks like the Buffalo Bills still have quite a lot of work to do to make that happen. Let's take a look here. All right, another game number for these guys. Let's see if we can't get in. Oh, all right, Indianapolis, New York. Let's launch it. All right, looks like that game is back up. And looks like we just missed a touchdown by the Colts because they are kicking an extra point. Kick is up and good. And the Colts, who once trailed 10-0, now have 20 unanswered. And they take the 20-10 lead. I have to tell you, if you look at did my scouting. You look at the cards, and the Colts are carded so much better. So it's a 9-yard touchdown pass to Jack Doyle. That's 13-10. Where's the 20-10? What am I missing? I need to pull up that box score again. What am I missing? It's not showing the latest touchdown. Could it have been? It would have to be. Let's see, ball possession. Well, I don't know if anybody else is puzzled, but the Colts says they're up 20-10. I find no evidence that they scored that touchdown. I'll have to look at that later. Okay, so, well, I'm very confused why that last touchdown is not showing here. Okay. Well, no idea. Right now it says it's 20-10. So I was trying to figure that out and I'm not able to do it yet. I might keep an eye on that because I'd like to figure that out. But let's go ahead and let's stick to the game now. We can figure that out later, I guess. So we have the Colts with the ball already up by 10, 20-10. 8:42 to go, third quarter. They're first and 10 at their own 36. Through wide receiver formation, Jonathan Taylor is the halfback, but it's going to be a square into Pascal. The 6 will roll over any Jets linebacker, and that's a 10-yard pickup. Nice tackle on the play by Bryce Hall, but not before 10 yards on the pass play to Pascal, and it's first and 10 down to the Jets' 26-yard line. Here's an off-tackle run to Taylor. Defense called run, but that's a 6-yard gain. A very nice gain on right for Jonathan Taylor on his card, and it's 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 20. Here's another off tackle to Taylor, this time on wrong, but it goes to the defensive card, and that's a 4-yard gain, beating the linebacker with a 6 on the white die, and that'll convert another first down. So, first and 10 now inside the 20. Red zone opportunity for the Colts here at the 16. 3-4 defense. Here's a hitch on a short yardage run call. T.Y. Hilton is incomplete because it went to the defensive card, and the result was -3. So incomplete by default on that, and it makes it 2nd and 10, Colts at the Jets' 16-yard line. Jets defense sitting in the 3-4, 2 tight ends for the Colts. Off tackle to Jonathan Taylor. Defense again, guessing pass. Taylor to the defensive card, and he hits the number. Short gain on off tackle. That's going to be inside the 10, inside the 5. Actually, right at the 5, first and goal on an 11-yard carry for Jonathan Taylor. First and goal at the 5. Now the Colts to the full house. He might be looking to run behind the hosses they have on their offensive line. 3-4 defense for the Jets. They're keying Jonathan Taylor, but it's a play action. Down and out pass to Nyheim Hines. Hines out of the backfield. Touchdown! Phillip Rivers gets the touchdown, and that is going to give the Colts a 26-10 lead, extra point pending. Rodrigo Blankenship puts it up and through, and that is now 27 unanswered points and a 27-10 lead for the Colts. And the box score shows the touchdown we just got, not the one in between. So not sure. That's really odd to me. And we might be frozen up again. Let's see. Yeah. So that's a 3-touchdown lead and a lot of technical difficulties. Let's check in one more time on that Bills game, shall we? Game number. Okay. Last we saw, Buffalo was trailing by 2 touchdowns. And they still are. And the time seems to be running out of the hourglass as the Rams set up for a field goal and drill it. And that's going to give the Rams a 17-point lead as well. So the exact same score here in Buffalo that we are seeing tonight in Indianapolis. 27-10. Bills are trailing the Rams. 27-10. Colts are beating the Jets. So this one appears to be over. 17-point deficit. Let's go one more time and see if we can't get into that game here with the Colts. All right, here we are. So the Colts have the ball again and a 17-point lead. Nose tackle comes up with a stop there. Let me take a look here. Probably the box score still doesn't show what I'm looking for, but it does. There it is. It was an interception. So it was a pick six that Indianapolis got in this game that I missed. And that's what put them up 2 scores. They've added another touchdown pass to Naeem Hines to make it 3 scores. They're up 27-10 and driving. There's a 5-yard run on the play by Naeem Hines, and that sets up 3rd and 5 for Indianapolis at their own 44. So Jets probably in a world of hurt here. They're not really built to come from behind so easily. Certainly not built to throw downfield. They're now down by 17 as we approach the 4th quarter. Here's a short pass to Michael Pittman. Defense calls pass, but it is incomplete on the split roll, and the Colts will have to punt away. So probably now is about the time that the Jets have got to figure out a way to get back in this game, because they're down 17. Here's a deep punt. That should carry almost to the end zone, but at the 7, the Jets are going to wave up the white flag, take that fair catch, and they'll set up 1st and 10 at their own 8. So 54 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Jets from their own 8-yard line, 92 yards away. Here's a short pass to Jamison Crowder into the nickel out of the spread formation. And flushed out of the pocket here is Flacco. And on his card, he has a flat pass looking for the yak rating, and he's got it. Looks like it's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Braxton Berrios' yak rating gave him a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. Here's a short pass to Jeff Smith, and Flacco completes that one. Double sixes on his card for 13 yards. Back-to-back completions, and the Jets are out to their own 30. Here's a short pass to Jamison Crowder. Defense calling pass again. Once again, Flacco is flushed out. He's got a receiver on flat pass, and it's no gain. Snake Eyes would have been a long gain there, but doesn't hit it. 2nd and 10 at the 30. Here's a short pass to Braxton Berrios. And that one's incomplete, but there's a 5-yard penalty. Back them up, 2nd and 15 at their 25-yard line. Jets out of the 4 wide receiver spread again. Looking at a nickel. This time it's another look-in pass to Braxton Berrios. Been a favorite target today of quarterback Joe Flacco, who again rolls a possible interception, but misses the number. Joe's been all over those interception results today, but has yet to throw one. Here's 3rd and 15 from their 25. It's a short pass to Brashad Perryman, and that's incomplete on the defensive card. Colts have a pretty good defensive card, especially with 4 men there, and the Jets are going to have to punt away. It's a 53-yard punt down to the 22. Naeem Hines signals for the fair catch, and that's where the Colts will take over. Just over 14 minutes left in this one. Colts looking to run out clock on a 17-point lead. There's an off tackle to Jonathan Taylor. Defense in the short yardage stuffs him to just a 1-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. 3 wide receiver for the Colts. Jets out of the 3-4. There's an off tackle to Jonathan Taylor. Goes to the defensive card, hits the number, short gain. There's a box with it as well. Jonathan Taylor's going to bust free. First down and more, 15 yards out to the 38. Jonathan Taylor started the game slow, but he's been picking it up now. 10 carries, 54 yards on the game. Another off tackle to Taylor, and that's no gain. Triple sixes. Somebody's hurt. Looks like it's Neville Hewitt. Second and 10 at the 38-yard line. Off tackle again into his short yardage defense. This time it's a 1-yard loss. So Indianapolis playing it plenty conservative. Now 3rd and 11 at their own 37. Jets out of the nickel on 3rd and 11. Nyheim Hines, the single setback with 3 wide receivers in the game. There's a pitch out to Nyheim Hines, and that's a 6-yard gain. It'll come up short. 4th and 5, Indianapolis from their 43. And here comes the punt. Oh, that's going to be close, it looks like. And it's going to roll down to the 3-yard line. What a nice punt on that play. Rigoberto Sanchez pins him deep. There's a deep pass to Jamison Crowder by the Jets, and that's incomplete. Colts now sitting in the dime, up 17, 10:48 to go. Here's a quick slant to the tight end, Chris Herndon. He's back in the game, and he's got it. That's a first down, 13 yards over the middle of the 6th die, rolling over the linebacker. And the Jets are out to their 16, 1st and 10. Here's an off-tackle draw against the pass defense. Frank Gore, nothing doing. Stops him for no gain. Gore struggling, just 11 carries for 20 yards on the day. Jets only have 34 yards rushing on 17 carries, 2.0 per carry on the day. Here's a short pass to Brashad Perryman. The dime has all the coverage, so he rolls out, flushed out of the pocket, and completes a 9-yard dump pass to Braxton Berrios. That'll set up 3rd and 1 for the Jets at their own 25. And against the dime, they're going to sneak it to Flacco, and he's got the first down, 6 yards on that play. Jets 1st and 10 from their own 31. With 8:24 to go and 3 timeouts, the Jets are not out of it, but it's really close. Here's a short pass to Braxton Berrios. Colts still in the dime. What do we have? We have a possible sack fumble. It is a sack. There is a fumble, and it is recovered by the Colts. Let's see what he does with it. He's picked up that fumble. He's trying to return it. He'll get 3 more yards, and the Colts take over at the Jets' 21-yard line with a 17-point lead and 7:48 to go in the game. You know, I was just thinking before that the Colts had the real advantage on blitzing, and that I thought they might get some sacks in this game, but they just got their first one. It was D'Amico Autry that caused that fumble. A 3-yard loss on a first down carry by Nyheim Hines, and it's 2nd and 13 Colts at the 24. It's another pitch out to Hines, and this time it's a pickup of 4 yards. Gets most of that back, plus a little extra. And Colts now 3rd and 9 at the Jets' 20-yard line. 3 wide receivers for the Colts. Nickel defense showing blitz for the Jets at their 20-yard line. Inside runs Nyheim Hines, and they are keying him. It got converted to on right because of a 3-man front, and it's a 4-yard gain, but it's still 4th and 5. Rodrigo Blankenship sets up for another field goal and drills it. 30 unanswered points after falling behind 10-0, and the Colts now leading 30-10 in a walkaway victory. 5:42 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Jets with the ball again. Once upon a time, the Jets had this team outgained 173 to about 73. Yeah, a 100-yard advantage, but Colts have now outgained them 298 to 243 and have 21 first downs to just 13 for the Jets. Here's a flat pass. Receiver is the result, and it's incomplete on Crowder's card. 2nd and 10, Jets at their 18-yard line. Jets in the 4 wide receiver spread formation. Into the dime, they throw it across the look-in, and that's an 8-yard pickup for Braxton Berrios, and it's 3rd and 2. Jets 3rd and 2. Colts are in the dime. They'll allow that run for a first down if they want to take it, but it's a button hook to the tailback, LaMichael Pirine. It's on wrong possible pick and incomplete. So, plenty of opportunities there on flat pass wrong. Flacco missed it because he likes to keep hitting that 10 possible pick. 4th down and 2 now for the Jets at their own 26. There's a sideline pass, double linebackers in the zone. Actually, one of them, it looks like it wasn't, but it's still just a 1-yard gain on 4th and 2. And it's a turnover on downs. Colts looking to run out the clock on this one. Here's an inside run draw to Jordan Wilkins. 6-yard gain on that. 2nd and 4 at the Jets 21. 3:18 to go here as we're simply playing out the string. Jets came out 10-0 in the first quarter, and it's been all Colts. Avalanche since that time. 30 unanswered points. Here's an inside run to Jordan Wilkins into a short yardage defense. On the defensive card, that's a 5-yard gain and a first down. First and 10 at the 16 now of the Jets. Jets out of the 3-4. Another off tackle. This time they stuff it. It's a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11. I suppose the one thing you do want to be careful about and considerate of in these late windows is making sure you're keeping an eye on your overusage potentials for the coming week. Here's an inside run to Jordan Wilkins on keyed, and he's stuffed again. That makes it 3rd and 12 at the 18. Colts out of the full house on 3rd and 12. Nickel blitz is what the Jets are bringing. And I imagine we'll see a run here on 3rd and 12. We are at the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd and 12, Phillip Rivers just takes a knee. That makes it 4th and 13. Jets let the clock run. And we're going to get a field goal for Rodrigo Blankenship. Oh, and that kick has been blocked. Let's see what the Jets do that. They do recover it. All right, so they didn't go anywhere with it. Just 1 minute, 7 seconds left in this game. 4 wide receiver formation, so the Jets are going to try to do some more business here. Short pass to Braxton Berrios. The result is receiver on the defensive card, and that falls incomplete. There is a penalty. Pass interference on the Colts. That'll send the Jets out to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Colts again out of the dime. Here's a short pass to Brashad Perriman. That's going to go to Flacco's card, and that's incomplete. Flacco really struggling on the day. 12 of 13 for 116 yards and a pick. But you kind of expect that's going to happen. You start falling behind, and you make him throw short and long, and it's just not Flacco's game, really. Here's another short pass to Berrios. Flushed out of the pocket is Flacco again. It's into the flat. This one's complete. That's going to be a pickup to LaMichael Pirine, 8 yards. And that sets up a 2nd down and 2. Now in Indianapolis territory at the 39. But they're letting the clock run. We're down to 22 seconds. Here's a deep ball to Jamison Crowder, and that falls incomplete on Flacco's card. 15 seconds left now. 3rd and 2. Jets at the Colts 39-yard line. Short pass to Berrios, but the blitz is on, and it is a sack. Danico Autry, his 2nd sack of the game, brings down Flacco, and they're going to let it run out, folks. This game is over. So your final score from Indianapolis, the Colts 30, the Jets 10. 30 unanswered for the Colts to close it out. Let's let the coaches know they're welcome to show up. All right, and I told them no pressure at all. I always like to make sure the coaches know that we sure enjoy having our coaches come out here and join the broadcast at the same time. I don't want anybody to feel pressured on that, really, you know? All right, so let's do this. We are going to bring that up. And really, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. I think that is. So we're going to go ahead and put me there real quick. And, well, so let's look at the post-game stats. We'll see if those boys show up. It's okay if they don't. Let's see here. So again, the Colts came into this game without a touchdown pass from their quarterbacks at all for the first 2 weeks. But Phillip Rivers had a pretty good game here. 22 of 31, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, rating over 100. They ended up getting the running game going in the second half in Indianapolis, ended up with 113 rush yards. But, yeah, the Jets really struggled, 18 carries for 40. Time of possession was very similar. Penalties were close. And I want to take a look. Let's take a look at one thing here. Nobody's still there. I wanted to see the ball possession because let's see what happened with the Jets. So the first 2 times they had the ball, like you got a 13-play drive, a 9-play drive, and 7 first downs. So they had 7 first downs on their first 2 drives of the game and 8 first downs the rest of the way. So they really struggled. 3rd down conversions were particularly bad for Indianapolis. 2 for 11 for just 18% for Indianapolis. So that's a little surprising. And it looks like we do have somebody here. Hi there, is this Skeeter?
Yeah.
Skeeter, how are you doing, buddy?
Good.
Let me close. I want to close this out because I've got some competing volume of the crowd noise there that I don't need. So congratulations on your win, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was I was telling people I scouted before the game, and boy, you look at the cards, and you certainly had a big advantage over the Jets in this game. They didn't really have any way to pressure your great linemen with defensive blitz pressure. You had the run blocking as well. Your line is so much better. So you really had a lot of things working for you, but you found yourself in a 10-0 hole. Talk about the first 10 minutes because I kind of missed a little bit of that. There was some tech difficulties. Kind of how'd you find yourself in that hole?
Yeah, I just couldn't stop him on the first couple of drives, and I think I went 3 and out after on my first drive after he scored, and then he came back down and got the field goal. So then from there on, it was just like battling just to try to get my offense rolling.
Did you make any adjustments at all that turned the tide defensively, or is it really just more one of those things you keep doing what you're doing and eventually the dice kind of turn your way when you've got the cards on your side?
Yeah, I didn't really do that much different. I just kind of kept my game plan, and things kind of went my way. I got really lucky on I got the field goal late to go up or go 6-10, and then was able
Yeah.
to come back and get that last drive at the half too. So
Yeah. So you've got that's a big win for you, because you were in an 0-2 hole, and the stats on teams that are 0-3 making the playoffs aren't good, but your team's good enough, especially with Rivers there. You got to kind of feel excited about this. I notice you've got Chicago coming up this week. So that's going to be kind of a tough defense, but you got to feel like you're right back in the race, don't you think?
yeah, definitely. It was a hard first couple of games, but I'm glad to bounce back here.
That's awesome. Skeeter, let me ask you, where are you at physically? Where are you living right now? Where do you
Just north of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
No kidding. I was just up in Minneapolis a couple weeks ago. And last question, who's in that picture behind you? Who's that football player I see on the wall back there?
That's Adam Thielen
I
spiking the
wondered.
ball in Lambeau. That's actually from my father-in-law, Harlan.
From your father-in-law who?
Harlan, he's the coach of the Cowboys.
I wanted to make sure we were talking about the same Harlan. That's actually awesome. That's one of the things I'm kind of wanting to do with the interviews I've been doing, is to find out who, because everybody has one or two people that they know in the league, but nobody knows who knows people. So it's kind of cool. So Harlan is what did you say? He's your uncle or
Father-in-law.
father-in-law? That's so cool. Okay. Donnie, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay despite being the Jets coach, I guess.
Yeah, I guess now I see the Jets hat on, so I'm going to ask you the same question. Are you in New York? Are you a legit Jets fan and everything?
I have been a Jets fan since 5 years old. I live in Red Bay, Alabama.
So, okay, obvious question, because I'm curious. If you're in Red Bay, Alabama, what turns you into a Jets fan?
Well, it would have been Joe Namath. I just remember my dad talking about him when I was small. I've been with him ever since.
That's cool. Listen, I got nothing but respect for that. So, yeah, you got off to a nice. I was telling Skeeter here, you got off to a nice 10-0 start, and but it kind of spiraled out of control on that. He said he didn't make any adjustments. He has the better cards, so sometimes eventually that's going to kind of to come through. And you really struggled to get any running game in that. Were you kind of trying to and hoping
Well, I did
different on
early,
that?
but early in the game, I got some key third down, first down, some key plays on third down. And then I was actually able to stop him a few times on third down. And then after that, they started landing on the cards, I guess you could say.
Sure,
And
that's
then
true.
Darnold got hurt, and, you better have about a 50-point lead if you're going to win with Flacco.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that because things move fast and there were some technical difficulties. I didn't notice that he had gotten hurt, so that's why Flacco came in for you, I guess. So
Right.
he was hurt for just the rest of the game. Is that right, or is he out
It
longer?
said he would be back, so I'm hoping he is.
Okay, all right.
As far as the running game, he's got a very good defense, and so I don't know. I kept just trying to run it, hoping I could maybe get something and draw him up, and then maybe throw one over him, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do sometimes when you're playing an underdog team. You're trying to shorten. At least I do. I know I try to shorten the game and milk the clock, that kind of thing. But yeah, he had the cards, and a lot of times when you have the cards, you bring the dice along with you. So
Yeah, he's very well balanced on offense for sure.
yeah, and he stuck with it, and eventually, he let the cards do the work for him, and that's how it goes. So, I noticed that you've got the Denver Broncos coming up here in Week 4, coming to your place, Donnie. I'm going to need you to do me a favor on a division opponent of mine on the next week.
Well, the Jets had them beat last year and had a rough in the passer penalty right there at the end of the game and extended their drive.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I can play the same game and not make that penalty.
Well, and your schedule to begin was really brutal. Not just Indianapolis, but your first two games were Buffalo and San Francisco. And honestly, losing to Buffalo and San Francisco by just 10 and 13, those are really good teams that could really have poured it on you. But you hung tough, man.
Well, the Buffalo game, I felt like I was in the game, and I felt like it was closer than the score. And then the 49ers game, it was 10 points, but it wasn't as close as it looked. So
yeah.
But when I got up to 10-3 or whatever the score was early tonight, I thought, well, maybe I can hang for a while and see what happens. But that's the thing with the Jets. You gotta keep a game close and hope you get one of those interceptions or something, just some odd play.
So
I love my Jets, but I am realistic.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, things are all shiny here in the heartland right now, but I've seen plenty of dark years here in the Kansas City area too, so I know what you're talking about. Donnie, I wanted to ask you. So you've started 0-2, and then now 0-3. You got. I'm trying to see. You played Buffalo, so you still haven't played Miami. So you've got that coming up twice. Um, Let me ask you, Donnie. I'm kind of curious as you're looking into like next year. I'm going to go ahead and just presume you're returning and that you're going to stick with your favorite team. How do you feel about Zach Wilson? Do you feel? I mean, bad week this past week, but don't you kind of think he's going to be your man here pretty soon and do what you're hoping?
Well, I was for keeping Darnold because I felt like he was supposed to be the franchise just 3 years ago. So I felt like they did not do him justice. However, when they traded him, I'm all in on Wilson. And I think eventually he'll get there. I mean, you can't give up on him.
Right.
Two franchise quarterbacks, 2 or 3 years apart. But I actually got to go to the game in Carolina. Me and my sons went last week. And I don't know, it just felt like he was running for his life a lot of the time. He got sacked a few times, but he also avoided a few sacks.
Yeah.
So I think that will get better. And I was actually going away and playing at a face-to-face Strat football tournament this weekend, so I didn't get back in time to watch him play the Patriots. But, they said he had a rough game. But, no, I'm all in on Wilson right now for sure.
Yeah, good for you. And to be honest, I thought he was the best of the quarterbacks available at the time of the draft. So I'm not going to jump off him on one bad game when I believed in him that much.
I would have chosen Mac Jones. I'm just, I've watched him at Alabama and that sort of thing, but he just does not make mistakes.
Yeah, I saw Mac Jones as the both the safest play as far as the highest floor, and also the one that would be ready the fastest.
Right.
But as far as the best ceiling, I kind of like Zach Wilson. But I think you kind of hit it on the head that historically speaking, and certainly with Darnold, they didn't do a real good job of surrounding him with talent and doing some of the things that you need to do. And hopefully they'll do that with Zach Wilson because I like the Jets and I like Robert Saleh a lot. I'd like to see you guys really turn it around, man.
I think we've got a good coaching staff for sure. And as far as Darnold, I felt like that he was going to be better off getting away from the Jets. And, I think if they'd kept him there and it started going bad early, I think it'd been very hard to recover.
Yeah.
So I think it was, I thought it was a good move to Wilson. And I also thought it was a good move for Darnold. And I think he's proven that the first 2 weeks for sure.
Sure. No, I think that's true. And, hopefully, like I say, you'll get some better cards in your near future. I don't know if you saw it, but Rich Pierce gave you a tip of the cap, and not just you, kind of was saluting all the teams that are in our league that, get stuck sometimes playing with cards that aren't as suited to compete. And so just really appreciate you being a part of the league and everything you've done through the years, a few years here that I've been running, and it really, really helps. I appreciate it.
I don't remember how long I've had the Jets in this league, but it's been a few years. But my thing is that the Coach of the Year tournament, that to me that's realistic for me. I mean, so hopefully I can win 3 games, make the Coach of the Year tournament, because to me that's that's just, at least I'm realistic about the Jets. But at the same time, I have a goal for them. It's not just to play the 16 games and hurry up and get the season.
Sure.
So
sure. Well, no, and yeah, listen, I feel like we don't have anybody in our league doing that. I've been watching these games for years, and it just feels like competition level's always high. It's kind of how I feel. So, but hey, it's good to see you both. I've never had an opportunity to see or meet either one of you. Let me ask you, Donnie, since Skeeter mentioned it, is there anybody in the league here that you've met personally or know personally, or who referred you?
I'm thinking Peter Shibley, isn't he in here in this league?
Yeah, he's the Steelers.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure. There's 2 guys I get confused. One, we were playing in a computer league, and he invited me or told me about a face-to-face tournament in St. Louis. This has been about 5 or 6 years ago, and I went there, and he was there. But as far as anybody else, I don't think so. And if he's the guy that he has a house, I think in Connecticut and one in Arizona, depending on the season. If that's him, I've met him before.
Okay.
Now, as far as the Strat Fan Forum, I host a baseball tournament every year, and I travel to some tournaments. But I've met a lot of people from the Strat Fan Forum.
Okay.
And I always just thought that was pretty cool. Like, look, this is a guy that I've been, on the forum with for a while, and then actually get to meet. And a lot of them have came to my house actually, so that's been pretty cool.
That's cool.
No, I would really like to play in a league where I actually know some people. And I probably wouldn't pick the Jets in that one, but I do like this league. I like it that it's all 32 teams. I like that it's stock, that sort of thing. Now, I could do without the usage rules, but that's just one thing.
And certainly I've learned
for the injuries, I guess, not the usage, but the injuries, I guess.
The injuries. Yeah, and I've certainly learned that, people are real passionate about how they want the league set up and run. That's why it can get a little dicey when we start talking rules and stuff. But I like the fact that we end up working it out and then we just play on. So
it's not a deal breaker by any means, but it just always seems to hurt when you're not very good to begin with and you lose a key player. It just makes it that much tougher.
Yeah, but some people make the argument that when you're not a real good team, the injuries sometimes provide the level playing field you need. You're the Jets, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, so you don't have Mahomes, you say.
No, I like everything about this league.
Yeah, well, and I like what you're saying about people kind of getting to know each other, and that's kind of what I'm wanting to do. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I like being able to have some interviews and have people see each other and recognize. And we're going to get to a point over the years where we're going to start to recognize each other. And like if I play the Colts or the Jets here in the coming future, I'm going to go, oh, I remember these guys. So I just think that's going to be a lot of fun. And as we go on and kind of get to know each other more, we'll see more of each other. Hey, last thing before I go, Skeeter, I wanted to ask you, so are you worried at all about the 487 yards in 2 weeks that King Henry has put up? You ready to defend that?
Yeah, I'm I'm a little worried.
I would be too. That's crazy. Almost 500 yards rushing in 2 weeks. So I just know that if I was in that division, that would be on my mind no matter who my opponent is on a weekly basis.
It's a tough division. It's a tough division.
Yeah, it is. It is a tough division. So, hey, guys, listen, really appreciate you being a part of the league. Thank you so much. And thanks for popping on the interview because you nailed it, Donnie. I think it's good that we all see each other a little bit and get to know each other. And I was kind of excited. I wanted to give, exposure to, it doesn't matter. I got a couple 0-2 teams. I want everybody to get some exposure and kind of feel a part of this league. And so we can all kind of grow together. So congratulations on your win, man, Skeeter.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Well, I was going to say about, I play in some Skype baseball tournaments quite a bit. And so, after you play a few guys for a while, you feel like that you're pretty good friends. So, then, eventually, there's been some that I've got to meet in person, but no, I like everything about this. I do think that it's good for the league for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you feel that way. Guys, listen, maybe we'll broadcast you again down the road. Either way, good luck on the rest of your season. Okay.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
You guys have a good night. Congratulations again, Skeeter.
Thanks. Bye.
You bet. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so we're wrapping it up here. Again, your final score from Indianapolis, 30-10, Colts beat the Jets.